Hey, Canuck fans. I hope you're able to hear me. Can you put a one in the chat if you can hear me? Perfect. Glad that you can hear me. So, guys, this is amazing. What a game. Yeah, totally awesome. So, Jordan's not here, so I'm going to have to run solo tonight, but that's all right. We're going to still have a good time. Some amazing things happening tonight, and we're back in a playoff spot. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right. You guys are welcome to put your comments. I'm going to start talking for a bit, and then I'll take your comments. But here we go. So the Canucks are back in a playoff spot, and it's a really, really tight chase. I'll show everybody here. I'm pretty sure you already know, but look at this. So we're back into the playoff spot. We're at 73 points right now, and Calgary and St. Louis are behind us. Okay. And so is Utah. But at least with St. Louis and Utah, we either have the same number of games played or we have a game in hand, and it looks pretty good right now. Couple points up on St. Louis with the game in hand, and we're 4 points up on Utah with 4 points up and same number of games played. So if Calgary loses their next game, clean, then I think we're pretty good. Right? We're doing okay, but we also need to take care of business and win tomorrow as well. Right? This is what we have to be doing right now. Let's see here. Let's get uncensored for sure. Look at this. Welcome, Alfred. Welcome. Okay. So let's see here. Canucks take back the wild card too. I wasn't happy that Blues won over the Wild earlier. Yeah, they could have helped us out in the standings, but you know what? Sometimes it happens. The other day we got bailed out from a couple of teams helping us out, but today, right now, we're doing all right. Doing all right. We took care of business. All right. I wanted to show you a couple of other things right now. Here, stop this. Check this out. This is the first time in 17 games that the Canucks have scored 4 or more goals. I unfortunately will not count that last game that we won. Scoreboard will say 4-3, but it was a shootout goal. So it wasn't a clean 4 goals. So scoring 4 goals in a game, that hasn't really been done for 17 games. That was I believe it was a 5-2 victory against the St. Louis Blues. Yeah, it just not a recipe for success if you're not scoring 4 or more goals, right? Not the recipe for success. But we got it tonight, and we got more than 4. We actually had 6, right? 6 goals. Amazing. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta take a look at this. Oh, Russell's in the house. What's up? So glad that you're here. I would love to do a collab again with you. You're amazing. Everybody, shout out to Nothing's Perfect. Please follow, subscribe. Amazing guy. Okay. We have to take care of business tomorrow again. Exactly. We have to take care of business. Tomorrow is one of those games that we just have to win. Okay. Like we're playing against somebody that is in the thick of things for playoffs, and these are what they call 4-point games. So we have to take care of it. A lot of love for Russell. Swervin, thank you for being here. Look at that. Man, like those last 2 goals were so amazing. Man, like that those vibes, man, I love it when they score goals quick, so the announcers don't even have a chance to announce the previous goal. Like that's awesome, right? Like it's been a long time that since we've been seeing goals back to back like that. Like normally we have to grind out our goals, but we got a couple things of beauty, so let's keep that going. Yeah, you know what? It does feel like a big ask, and we're also on a back to back, and Utah's had our number, and it's always not the greatest feeling when you've been up on them and they come back and win. It does play in your head, but let's hope that we can pull out a W here. Okay, let's go on to this next one. Yeah, as you mentioned, scoring back-to-back goals twice. The first 2 goals we got in the game, they were 35 seconds apart. And the last 2 goals, 8 seconds apart. And I believe that the 8-second one was the second fastest in history, right? That's amazing, right? And I haven't been this excited, and I know that it's the Chicago Blackhawks of all teams. They're not that great dynasty team that we saw before where they won a whole bunch of cups, like 3 cups in like 7-8 years or something like that. But hey, it was still an entertaining game, right? We just got to take the positives, right? Like that's what we have to do, right? I'm super pumped about this, right? The game, like we did it twice. Like the goals, two goals, 8 seconds apart. That gave me a little bit of those playoff vibes from last year with like Joshua scoring Joshua getting that second goal. Like in the playoffs when we were down 1-0 against Nashville and we go in back-to-back goals. Like that's what it reminded me of, right? I know we still got to take care of business. Playoff talk is whatever, but let's see the Canucks keep scoring 4 or more goals and just winning games, right? I know a lot of people already know that 3-1 win or sorry, I lost my thought, but I know that the Canucks have a hard time getting a lot of shots on goal. I think that the Canucks, when they do 31 or more shots on goal, they tend to win the game, and pretty convincingly, or just a convincing record, I should say. So I think recipes for success: you score 4 more goals, you play this type of defense, we're going to win games, right? So let's keep this going. Sometimes Sherwood just butts out moves that make you believe he's got way more. Totally. He always comes up with something clutch, and his sellies are amazing. Love this guy, right? I think out of all the players that can play in the top 6 as a bottom guy, I think he's a great person to elevate. Like when this guy's on, you just need to, play him with. You can play him with anybody. Just play him out there. He will make stuff happen, right? He'll come up with an unreal snipe, or he'll make passes like that. That's what we need, right? I couldn't say any more good things about Sherwood, right? It's unlimited. Yeah, Chicago's last cup was 10 years ago, so think about how dominant they were. 10 years ago, that was their window, right? So they're done. Yeah, exactly. What's up, my dude? Right? Exactly, Alfred. Yeah, that's what I thought. Those are amazing goals, and I think remembering this, I think it came up because we haven't seen the Canucks score in bunches like this, and let alone bunches and pretty goals. It's been really hard to watch, right? Like our goals. Maybe it's even a stretch to say that we could get 3 goals consistently, right? Like a lot of our wins are 2 goals and then get the game to overtime or something like that. But we're getting 2 goals. Like I think that's like our average, right? But we need more than 2 goals, right? I'm pretty sure the chat would agree. We need more than 2 goals, right? Like 3 is probably what we're supposed to get used to, but 4, I'd say if the Canucks play this type of defense and 4 or more, we're good. Russell, right? Call it a 7-2 win since Petey and Hoglander scored on the same play. They literally did. They scored on the same play. Like this is one of those things where I'm happy for Petey. I kind of feel bad for Hoglander because he's been one of our best forwards lately. and he was like opposite of last year. He was scoring goals like with ease, and he had like a lot of good, like some good luck, but a lot of goals, scored them in different ways. He had 24 goals last year. He has like less than 10 this year, right? But he's been doing a lot better, and I like it when Hoglander plays like this. So if he keeps playing like this, give him those minutes, and he's gonna make things happen. We need Hoglander to keep going here. I believe in Hoglander. Okay, yeah, Calgary is wild card one. We definitely didn't do ourselves any favors by giving them 1 point on Wednesday night. Yeah, we gave them a point that I wish we held on there, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But we just got to keep taking care of business, right? Yeah, that Sherwood celebration is amazing, right? Like I said, like his sellies are amazing. I love Garland sellies, but you guys tell me whose sellies you like the most. But yeah, like that Sherwood double punch is absolutely like hypes me up, right? Amazing. Okay, let's get to this point here. Let's get to this point right here. Good point, Alfred. Let's get to here. I want to put this on here. It's one of my banners. I'm changing the order because this came up. Is PD back? 4 goals in 5 games, back-to-back multi-point games. He's actually scored 3 games in a row, to be honest. Three games in a row. So like we call it as it is, right? And you already know a while back where we were saying 11.6, what are you doing here? Right? I even put out a poll asking, is like, should we be praising every little thing, or should we be honest and realistic about how players are performing versus, compared to their salary, right? And PD wasn't up to it. He wasn't doing well. All the excuses or reasons that he had, right? He had so many, right? And finally, he's showing something. And I actually went back and looked at his old stats. Remember the times that he slumped? He had like the wrist injury and like some other types of injuries. Remember that? I remember he went into those slumps as well in the past. He went into those slumps, and in order for him to get out of those slumps, he needs those multiple goals and back-to-back games, and he needs to have like 3 or 4 of those multi-point games in like 5 or 6 games to show that he's back. And I think he's close. The closest he's been this year is that 15 points in 10 games. I didn't think he played like that. I just think that he got a lot of assists during that time and people actually finished off his passes. So the 15 points in 10 games looked like, it's nice on paper, but what he's doing now, I think it's a lot better. I'm not willing to say he's back. Not there yet, but very encouraging. What I will say is back is that his goals are goals that we're used to seeing. Those are the goals we want to see. We want him to keep doing this, right? This is what we want. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I missed some here. Russell, did you see Hoglander is leading the team 5-on-5 scoring since January 1st? I did. Exactly. And I know the stats back it up. Like Hoglander he's very good with the stats, right? Like the behind the scenes stuff, like the eye test, maybe Rick Tocchet doesn't like, but he's got a lot of these nice 5-on-5 scoring stats, right? He's pretty good, right? Like you wish he had a little bit more finish, like the finish like last year. I mean, it's his finish from last year that got him his 3-year 3x3 contract, right? Yeah. Last multi-point game was on December 23rd, I believe. That's what Jordan's been saying all the time, right? So I finally pulled it off. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, what a nice hypothetical. What is better, the Burrows bow and arrow or Tiger Williams ride the stick celebration? Ooh, you know what? I'm a little biased here because I didn't really start watching during that time of Tiger Williams, so I got to say the bow and arrow. And plus that Game 7 goal, like that's it's got to be it for me, right? Or not the Game 7 goal, but just when he did it, That man, that was amazing. Yeah, it couldn't be a better celebration when he did that. Yes, Petey's starting to look like it, right? Alfred, like I like it. Like, you're very realistic, right? And we like it when people are realistic, right? Like starting to look a bit like the 11.6, but he's getting there. This is what we need. Let's hope Petey keeps being vintage Petey, right? Like $11.6 million player needs to drive their line, right? They need to drive their line, right? Like I remember people saying like, "Oh, why are you putting him like Lafferty, Mikheyev, or whatever?" Right? He made Lafferty look like the player of the month before. I mentioning this like last stream. You're supposed to make anybody look good. Okay, I know, of course, everyone should be playing better with better players, but if you're a good player yourself, you're supposed to make other people better, right? So, PD, keep scoring those goals, keep making those sick passes, just keep moving your feet. I think you'll be good because I I think we're worse off trading you. So just keep being you, right? Keep doing what you're doing because we know that Sam Reinhart and Eichel got traded and they ended up winning Stanley Cups. Okay. And one player we wanted to trade for that is doing really well right now is Dylan Cousins. Okay. I wouldn't say Dylan Cousins is on the same level as those other two players I mentioned, but you can see what a change of scenery does for people. And if you do a change of scenery and they start lighting it up, I know it's going to hurt Canuck fans for a long time. So let's just hope that PD figures out the mental part of this game and he doesn't, disappear for like a year or longer because like I know this fan base can't stand it and management can't stand it. We just need to make sure that he doesn't disappear for years. Okay, this is really bad. Right, a year to slump is a long time. Yeah, exactly. Hard decision. How many times did Tiger Williams actually ride the stick? I'm not sure. Fans, let me know because I never really, you know, watched during that era. I only remember Bure, right? And he's maybe even before that. Yeah. Yes. Definitely felt like forever. I'm guessing in reference to PD's back-to-back points. Yeah. Yes. Bow and arrow. Yeah, shout out to Luke Bourdon. Man, I miss this guy so much. Like Luke Bourdon, he was like one of those up and comers, and I remember he only scored 2 goals, but both those goals were like amazing slap shots, and he punished people. Right, so I wish this guy was on our team. Right, like maybe he'd be making a difference. Right, I was so hyped when we got this guy, but it is what it is. Okay, what's my next comment on here? Okay, here we go. Guys, we got to talk about this. Does Philip Hito have a concussion? The guy fell down, couldn't get back up. It didn't look great. From what I've seen him, from what I've heard, it's not a clean hit. I don't know what it is. And we didn't even respond. Did you guys see? Everybody see? We didn't even respond. I don't know why, but we know when DPD made that nice hit, right? The other team responded with a cheap shot. And then for us, we actually don't respond at all in any way. So I think we should be responding. And I think we should be, don't respond with dirtiness, right? I'm not a fan of that. Don't respond with a dirty hit, but like, initiate a fight or just lay a clean hit. Just let them know that you can't mess with our guys. It's okay if you do it right. I'm just personally, I'm not a fan of when somebody does a clean hit and then you go and do a dirty one back. I'm not a fan, right? But if you go and initiate a fight, I'll be the end of it. And if the refs, were able to just, I don't know if there's a rule and you can just, check the iPad or once a game, like if there's some like major like injury and there's no original penalty call in the play, like just go check it, right? Because clearly everybody missed that hit on Hito. Right, that wasn't cool. I mean, it wouldn't change the outcome of the score, but a penalty is a penalty, right? Let's see here. I am. You got good eyes. Look at that. I don't know if you remember me talking about this, Swervin, but I bought this 96 hat and they told me, or they said, oh, it's on sale. And I was like, oh man, this is amazing. And I got tricked. I didn't look. I thought it was like Burry's old hat. And then after I bought it and I looked, I'm like, shit, it's Kuzmenko. All right. But it's okay. It's all good. Right. It's one of these like fake signatures. It's not even the real one. But that's okay. Kuzmenko it is. I love the guy's sellies too. So no regrets. Maybe nothing's perfect. Maybe this is why. Right? Only did it once. I mean, they didn't really score too many goals. Like no disrespect, at least from what I know. So okay. All right. Yeah. It was a late hit. I don't know how many games you'll get. You tell me how many you think you'll get. But yeah, late, reckless. Yeah, like why? Right? Why? And I hope that Philip Hedl, that this concussion, if it is a concussion, doesn't keep him out for long. And when he comes back, I really hope that he doesn't play scared because he's a possession machine. He makes things happen. He doesn't do that dump and chase stuff. He brings the puck in the zone. He's really good. Maybe the points aren't showing up lately, but this guy, right? We need him. Remember, for a while we were saying, is he our number one center? He was playing really well. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? If he's a number one center on our team, we're in trouble. But he played really well. He was challenging PD for a bit there. But hey, he's a 2-3 center, right? So we can't lose him, right? Because if we do, tell me what our center depth is right now. Without Hedl, it's what? Pedersen, Bluger, Suter, and Amon. I don't know what to tell you. That's not very good. We're gonna lose like 10 zone entries a game because he's out. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Hopefully Russell can answer that. Yeah, exactly. No penalty. That's why I wish that they were able to check if somebody was that injured to be knocked out of the game. I think once a game or something like that, someone can just review, right? Because that's not cool, right? That's not cool. Garland busting out the Kuzmenko cells tonight. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Kuzmenko hyped me up like that. Like his sellies. Every time he scored, he was so exciting. I wish he was still here. Right? I wish he was still here. Yep. Ratu. Yeah. Did Ratu get 2 goals down in Abbotsford? I that's the last time I saw he had 2 goals. I think he was doing okay. He wasn't bad, right? I don't know. I think the thing with Ratu, I think he needs to marinate down in the AHL longer. Same goes for Lekkerimäki. I think both of them need more time. I don't like rushing them. I think it's good to give them a taste of the NHL, but they still need to work on certain things to be more effective. Because I think Ratu should at least be on our third line, but on our team, he plays on the fourth line, right? And he was good for fourth line minutes. But I think Ratu needs to be more than a fourth line. He needs to be a third, right? We need him to be a third, is what I'm saying. Oh boy, yeah. Our center depth takes a huge hit. It's pretty bad, right? It's pretty bad. Yeah, let me share my screen for something here. Let's take a look at this. So the Canucks play Utah next. Okay. We play Utah next. We got to take care of business here. Okay. We got to take care of business. Right. There's no excuses. Okay. I know we're tired, but we really need to take care of business. Okay. Because if it's such a Canuck thing to lose this game and let all the other teams come back. Right. That's not what we want. Right. Because it's going to get tougher. Like, look at our schedule right now. Literally, starting tomorrow, we're pretty much playing every other day. Every other day for the rest of the month. Right? Like that's it's not good. Right? Like that's we got a couple more games, right? At home, and then we go out on the road for 5. Right? And what is Seelov's gonna be able to win? Is Seelov's going to be able to do more than what he's done so far? Because I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I think the only thing he's done is beat the Chicago Blackhawks. So he's got to do more than that, and we need him to, right? Like somebody said that he's capped out, that this is the best that you'll ever see of Seelov's. I don't know if you guys think the same thing, if you think he's capped out, but we can't have Seelov's capped out right now, guys. We can't have Seelov's capped out. He needs to just keep doing. Okay? We got this. Okay? We got this. All right, we're going to keep doing this right now. I think we have 9 people in the chat. I think our record's 10, so hopefully we can get more people. Please like and subscribe our videos. Right now, I know it's just me, but I'm pretty sure Jordan's going to be checking this after as well. So, yeah. There we go. Oh, Alfred, your birthday lands on the Rangers game, eh? There we go. So Rangers game is on the 22nd. So happy early birthday to you. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, Adam's in the chat. Adam's got some words for Utah and the Flames. Okay. Ovechkin could potentially break the record in Winnipeg. What will the crowd response be like when Gretzky walks out to congratulate him? Oh, I think the response would be great, because I think Gretzky actually supports Ovechkin for to break the record. I really would love it, right? Like I only watch the Canucks, but when news around the league goes around, right, Ovechkin scores a goal, I'm checking every time Washington plays. I'm checking if he scored a goal, because I really want him to break the record myself personally. What a great feat. I think we should also give Tolopilo a shot too. Yeah, the closest he's been is play backup. So maybe we can eventually. But I know that if we do see him, it's probably not a good thing. And you know what I'm trying to talk about, right? And I don't even want to use those words right now as to why he would be playing. Yeah, Seelovs is still pretty young, right? He's doing pretty good. He's still got a couple years, because goalies don't usually get good until they're like 25 or 26, and he's not there yet. So if Seelovs can do that, just show us what he did like in the playoffs, we'll be okay. Hey, Japan 4, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing solo today because I took your advice, actually. No matter what, one of us has to stream. We got to be consistent. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to guarantee you that we're going to either do a Friday night or a Saturday night stream. And I'm going to make sure that one of us does the stream no matter what. No matter what. That's a promise. But if there's other opportunities, we'll stream randomly after other games as well. I will make sure of it. Okay. Yes, Adam. Yeah, I'm an OV fan as well. 100%. Well, lots of Canadians are pissed at Wayne Gretzky right now. Oh, really? Can you explain? I'm not. I haven't been following that, but that would be a good thing for you to explain, Swervin, if you can. That'd be amazing. I'm guessing this means for the stream. I really appreciate that, Elfrin, if that's what you're referring to. Adam, Thank you. Really appreciate that. If I stream, you'll be here. Or if Jordan and I stream, we'll be here. Right? Amazing. So, I mean, all of you already know Jordan and I, we both have very different personalities. I'm more of like the logical and analytical facts guy. Jordan is more of like the emotional guy, and he will keep these topics in check. So right now, I'm trying my best to channel both of us right now. I'm trying my best, right? So yeah, thank you. Something has to do with Trump and his loyalty for Team Canada on that USA versus Canada round robin game. Oh yeah, okay, I can see why. Yeah, but come on, really? Like I said, I can see why I'm not trying to shoot the messenger here. I get the reasoning, but come on, man. Don't be hating on the great one. Great one wouldn't, yeah, they'll really do that. Yeah. Didn't show much Canadian pride at the Four Nations final. He lives in USA and he's been chummy with Trump in the past. Yeah, you know what? Like there's always these, little things that just don't make people look good, right? Like there are things that you could do, right? But there's other things that if you do them, you're gonna be in trouble, right? Right? Is what it is. Japan 4, that's great news. We love your show, and I'd like to listen to you guys as much as I can. Greatly appreciate you, Japan 4. You've been a huge support to us. So please keep watching us, and we'll keep pumping out content. Okay, guys. By the way, I've been doing most of majority of the polls. You guys tell me, is that your type of thing? You guys like those polls? I just wanted to make sure that we're interacting with each other. So just let us know if you like that, or you have any suggestions of what other content we can put throughout the week. Like those are fun to do, and we love to hear what the people have to say about about any of our polls regarding our Vancouver Canucks, for sure. 100%, right? This is it. Gretzky's a great guy, right? I totally wish that he made it here too. I really wish the Canucks then botched those phone calls and try to rush him to sign here. Just needed to wait a little bit longer, and he could have been with us. Maybe we would have seen him in Bure, but that's a what if though. But that would have been amazing. Let's see here. Should be out about 3 games. I'm not sure if he's suspended before, but should be 3 games. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think games like that. I think it should be like 2 or 3. I think that would be good. Yeah, they totally missed it. Not even a penalty. Like that's insane. Right? Maybe I should put out a poll on this one to see how many games you should be out. Best Connor Garland, Connor Bedard, or Connor McDavid? Okay. As a Canuck fan, I definitely pick Connor Garland because I love what he brings. If you're talking about best player, it's got to be McDavid. But best chance of coming to the Canucks and making a big impact, I would say it's Bedard. So that's my answer. Right? I got a reason for all 3. Right? I think Bedard definitely has a higher chance to come here than McDavid. I don't even know if people even want McDavid. I don't know, but Connor Garland it is for me. I don't know if you guys saw the story, but I put a picture of Connor Garland up there, and who scores? Connor Garland. Right? I could have picked a whole bunch of other Canucks to put up there during that intermission, and I you know what? I was like, you know what? I got to put Connor Garland. He's heart and soul. We need this guy to make things happen. What happens? Connor Garland. It's my guy. Yes. Okay, what else is here? Let me show you something else that I prepared. Let's see here. Okay, look at this. Neck and neck. Okay, I mean, no one's catching Hughes, right? Connor Garland, Elias Pettersson tied for 41 points on the team. Okay, 41 points. So if PD keeps this up, PD's probably going to take over the scoring lead for forwards. Okay, PD's probably like right now. It's if PD catches fire, I think it would be an amazing season if he can even get to 60 points. But it's more realistic that he probably gets to 50, and that's probably his lowest total as a Canuck. That's crazy. Good for Connor Garland, right? Like this guy almost left here. Right? He was so close to being traded, and here he is as our best forward, pretty much close to 50 points every single season he's been here, right? Like 45 plus, right? That's Connor Garland, right? He's like your ultimate third. For me, I think him, Joshua Bluger, he's the ultimate third line winger, right? But he can definitely play up, right? If you need him to play up, he's going to play up. But guys, I'm telling you, look at everybody on this list. Tell me who's below Pettersson on that list. Okay. It's Brock Besser, guys. It's Brock Besser. And there's all this talk about him being traded or whatever, and he didn't get traded. But what are we going to do if he keeps up this points pace? What are we going to do? Like, it's not looking good. We might lose the guy for nothing, but he's also not providing us anything right now. Right? Maybe you can say that management treating him badly or whatever, or he doesn't have JT Miller, and then it's all playing in his head, and he can't score goals. But we need him. We need him. Right? We need him. Part of the reason why we're scoring 3 or more goals is because PD's stepping up. But we could be getting 3 or 4 goals consistently if both PD and Brock step up. Right? They might not have to do it on the same line, but they need to step up. Right? Like Brock can't be like this right now. He's got to be better. But you guys also have to remember, Brock does go through inconsistent stretches as well. Right? It's happened before. So we need Brock to do better. Right? Brock's just got to be better. He hit the post in overtime the other day, or the crossbar, but he needs to be better. Right? Okay. Exactly. Man, like, I don't know if people say our fans are brutal or whatever, but Connor Garland chance, that's amazing. Kiefer Sherwood chance, that's amazing. Right? Like we need to do these things to support our players, right? And they deserve it. Right? Love Connor Garland. I really hope that we keep him. He's really good. Okay. 50 points for EP40 and I win cash. Oh, is it? Is this a league or pool that you're in? Oh, good question. What's more likely? Quinn Hughes 20 goals or PD 50 points? I was actually about to bring up Quinn Hughes and ask if you guys think he'll hit 20 goals. This is a really good question. I'll tell you my thoughts. Why? I think Quinn is more likely to hit 20 goals than PD hits 50 points. Right? Because I'm just basing off of consistency. However, knock on wood, if Quinn doesn't hit 20 goals this year, I think it's because of him not playing. Right? As opposed to him not scoring 5 goals for the rest of the season. I actually think he will do it. I actually think Quinn can do it. I think he can hit 20 goals before season's over. I truly think he can. PD, if he keeps this up, he could easily hit 50. Right? Because if PD has 2 or 3 more multi-point games in him, and those multi-point games are 2 points, that's 6. That's 6 points right there. And he just needs 3 solo games where he gets 1 point and he'll hit 50. Right? But knowing PD, right? Like so far, seeing what we've seen all season, right? Like all he needs is something to ruin his confidence, and then he's going to go right back down to, being inconsistent, right? Like I said, I hope he keeps it up, and this is the start of us not mentioning his contract anymore. Let's just hope. Yeah, he was invisible. Like I watched the entire game because I know that I had to go on the stream, so I watched everyone. I watched Brock. Yeah, it's not very good, guys. Brock not doing very well. Okay, not trying to be a downer, right? We had Uncensored. We just say it as it is. It's not doing well lately. But PD's been doing well, so we're saying good things about PD. Great, we say it as it is. Brock just got traded for a Big Mac meal. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I gotta ask you this. Okay, so you tell me what Brock is, but last stream we said Pedersen, when he was slumping, people said he's playing like a Magikarp. We're making Pokemon references, playing like a Magikarp. Who is Brock playing like if you have to compare him to a Pokemon right now? And maybe you tell me who you think PD's playing like. He's got to be upgraded from Magikarp to something else. So you tell me what's PD as a Pokemon and what's Brock as a Pokemon right now. You should let me know. Be some interesting thoughts. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. When you have people like Brock that are, like not the fastest, and you don't have someone that can get you the puck and you're open for those 1 or 2 seconds or whatever to unleash your shot, how else are you going to be effective? Maybe you can be defensively responsible, which Brock has become, but what else can you do if you don't move your feet? Right? Like and get open to take those shots, right? The first few seasons, like people didn't really, respect it, and then they respected it, and look what happens when they close the gap. Doesn't really have room to shoot, right? But if he's open, and when Brock's hot, he will know where to go, and he won't even doubt it, right? Brock, the one thing I can say about Brock, right, is that he got his hat trick with a broken finger, I think. So he can play in the playoffs, and that's what we need. I'm fine with Brock sleeping, but if he wakes up in the playoffs, I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with that. Woohoo! Spitting out facts. Post is not a shot. Not a shot. 100%. It's a work bet, eh? That's cool. I hope you get it. If the Canucks are re-signing Brock, should be 5 to 6 years. No more, no less. 6 by 7.75, if that's what it takes to keep Brock Besser happy. Yeah, 5 to 6 years, 6 years max, 5 year sweet spot. Can't be giving him more than he's getting right now, guys. We can't. You guys have to realize that even with JT Miller in our lineup from before, our core still couldn't get it done. We couldn't score consistently because they'd all take turns to dominate, right? I mentioned this before already. So now without Miller, right, and before PD was, waking up, and Brock also wasn't doing anything. You guys can see what happens when our guys aren't consistent. So you're gonna pay for what, close to $8 million for him and PD to not be consistent, for them to disappear like that. I don't think any fan would take that. You want them to be consistent, right? Like consistent players gets points every other game. 3 games most. They don't get a point. Like that's what your top players should be doing, right? You gotta get a point, right? And I just feel like PD can go games without points, being paid the way he does. Besser can go, games without getting points, right? With the contract he's getting paid, right? Like, remember PS Suter disappeared for a while. I don't think many people are harping on him, but that's because he had his contract doesn't show that it doesn't expect him to need to perform. But You get paid more, you're gonna hear it from people, right? NHL goal visualizer probably looked good tonight for us. Yeah, there we were scoring all over the place, right? The first 2 goals, right? Look good on that right side. Couple goals on the tap-ins on the left. It's looking really good. Exactly, Alfred. Like I said, we love Brock, but it's not playing like an $8 million player. $8 million players don't disappear like this, guys. $8 million players don't just disappear like this. Okay, but all Brock needs is a goal or 2. I think it's easier for Brock to get out of a slump than PD, because when Brock gets on a heater, he's good. He's good for a while, right? But we need him. We need him bad. Quinn Hughes is a hockey god, dude. Quinn Hughes is a cheat code, man. Like it's just unreal. Okay, we need Quinn, right? Like we need him to will us into the playoffs. Okay, it would be such a sad season if he gets 20 goals and then having the plus minus that he does and us not making playoffs. That'd be so terrible. That'd be terrible. Exactly, Japan 4. If Hughes stays healthy, then it's him. He's going to get 20 goals first before PD gets his 50 points. Alfred, but at the same time, if Brock doesn't produce, it will be a bad look for the Canucks either way. They had a chance to trade him, but they missed the opportunity. This is exactly it, right? Like right now, this is a lose situation. The only way I see it as a win is if Brock continues to struggle, we make the playoffs, and he plays okay in the playoffs, and then it's time to re-sign him. We can say, hey, dude, like you're not worth 8x8. I don't even know if you're worth 8x6. Take less term, right? And then take the same amount of money. That's the best case scenario. But is Brock going to do it? Probably not. But it's what I think. It's a lose-lose situation. This is a great point, Alfred. Brock clearly wants out of here. Yeah, look at his body language. It doesn't look good. He felt disrespected by management, right? So we will see, right? But he doesn't really look like he's smiling a lot. Brock is a Snorlax right now, right? He needs to wake up. That's what I was thinking too. He's a Snorlax. He's got to wake up from his slumber. Goldine? Oh, dang. Golden boy, Goldine? Maybe. Let's hope he wakes up. Goldine's pretty bad, man. Damn. Goldine's better than Magikarp, though. I'll give it that. Who here has ever bought a Canucks game day meal at McDonald's? I actually haven't. Have you? Like, who here has? That's a good question. I was at a game though. I think it was Boston Pizza, and they put like a puck at your table, and then if the Canucks score or something, you get a shirt. I think that I won that before, so that was nice. Rookie Brock was magic. I'm thinking about rookie Brock right now, right? And in that rookie season, I'll never forget him beating Carey Price, who at the time was one of the best goaltenders in the world. He slid all the way out, and Brock still sniped the corner. Where was that Brock? Where is that Brock? Playoffs. You're high? Well, I'm thinking that the Canucks still have a chance to make it. How far? No, it's probably not past the first round. But they have a chance. They make it, they make it. They don't make it, they don't make it. All right. But at least they didn't trade away their first round pick for this year. At least they didn't. I'd rather us use it if we're not going to make it. Right. Unless at the draft we make some major splash and you need to do something, then go ahead and do it. But at least they didn't trade our first this year just to, try to make the playoffs, because this year is not the year to go for it. From what? Oh, Jordan, you're here. Brock isn't 8 mil yet. No, he's not. When will Brock be worth $8 million? I don't know. He's got to be more consistent to be $8 million. Okay. Okay. Is Brock even playing like a $4 million player right now, guys? Okay. Just asking a hypothetical. Is he even playing like a $4 million player? Yes. Close the door if Brock walks. Yeah. I mean, he has shown lots of loyalty. 9 years, right, with us. But loyalty sometimes only gets you so far, right? I was actually, I'm going to be honest, before his playoff performance, the few years leading up to it, even when we had like that shortened season where he was doing well, I I always said to trade him when his value's high because I've saw the inconsistencies in Brock for a long time. Right, when he's on, but when he's not, he disappears for long stretches. And I wanted us to capitalize high on his value, right? And I just didn't think that management likes him, even when he scored 40 goals, right? Management said he can score 50, right? And 40 goals is a good feat for him considering everything he's gone through and the type of player he is, right? Not moving as like not as fast on his feet, right? That's why I wanted to sell high on him. I really did. And I'm glad the Canucks kept him at the time and then he scored 40 goals the following season, but yeah, I think the time to sell high is gone. So we're either going to get him for a contract we don't like or he walks. That's my prediction. Jordan does have the people's eyebrow. He does know how to do it. I can't do it, but Jordan can. We should fire management. Adam, let me know. Is it, other than the disrespect, is there anything else you think we should fire management for? Is there anything that they're not good? For me, I'm not a fan of how the management deals with the injuries, right? Or a regime or whatever deals with injuries. It just feels like we haven't got that part right for a long time, right? Rick Talker would be like, oh, the Demko's not serious. And then he's gone for like over a month, right? He said it multiple times too for other players. Oh, I don't think it'll be too long or whatever, right? Or like some Tanner Pearson hand injury or some other stuff. Freaking even Quinn went out there and just said, oh, I think it was mismanaged or whatever. It wasn't handled right, right? Like, even he said it. These things are said for a reason, guys. Yes. I don't want Brock even if he takes less. Ooh. Yeah. Well, so I am Japan 4. I'm guessing based off of everything, just let him walk, right? Yeah, man. Why did Jake Virtanen have to open the door like that? Kind of ruined him. Brock was so good that season. He almost got like what, like 30 that season. Man, and Jake Virtanen. Man, should have got Ehlers. We should have got Ehlers, guys. Ehlers wouldn't open the door and crush his own teammates like that. Should have got Ehlers. Oh, speaking of Ehlers, do you guys want him if he becomes a free agent? I think we could use him. I hope they don't make it just because of the Aquilinis. Yeah. Brock is damaged goods just like Demko. Oh man. Like Demko's like our Salo. So what's Brock? Maybe Brock doesn't have the injuries, but he's not looking that good. Says the Wacom. Which UFA would you like the Canucks to acquire in the offseason considering the rising cap? Oh, good question. Ehlers would actually be one of my players, even though the size wise it might not match, but I think Ehlers would be good. I looked at the free agent list. I think Marner's out there, Tavares is out there. Not sure those are the guys we're looking for. Matt Duchene's out there. I mean, that might be a stopgap, but yeah, like Ehlers would be the guy that I'm throwing money at. That'd be my guy. And Rantanen would have been my guy too, of course, but he's in Dallas now. Brock is worth 1.5. Tough. Let's let me go find something right now. I'm gonna click Brock right now. Let's take a look at his stats. Okay. Let's look at Brock's stats right now. Let's look at this. Brock Besser. This season, 18 goals, 20 assists for 38 points, minus 25. Look at this. Last 5 games, 1 assist to show for it. 1 assist in his last 5 games. Let's keep looking here. Let's minimize the screen a little bit here. Okay. So Brock Besser, since February 22nd, so just 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. In the last 11 games, he's got 3 points. Okay, facts only. 3 points. $8 million. Do they go 3 points in 11 games? Guys, do they? Yeah, loyalty doesn't do anything. The Canucks need tough scorers on this team like Tuck and Bennett. I mean, we got Tuck, that would be great. I would throw some money at Bennett as well. We need ownership. We need a new ownership. Yeah, we ain't able to do the moves we need to do, right? We're not able to. Kemner, nice to see you. Kemner's on a ferry going home now. What a game. Kemner, you were there live, showing us some good stuff while you were at the game. Amazing. Right? It must have been electric to see those back-to-back goals, and you had them twice in that game. Rev Trev in the house for sure. Safe travels. I agree. No moves. Medical staff is borderline awful. Yeah. Definitely. And I'm guessing the no moves as in like no moves at the trade deadline. Amazing night at Rogers Arena. Yeah. Medical staff. Totally. Yeah. They're going to have to do a lot of, damage repair before we can say that their medical staff is even at an okay level. You know what I mean? Exactly. Everyone's showing Kempner some love. Ehlers would be a great replacement for Brock. I'd have Ehlers. Ehlers, it's pretty good, all around guy. I really like him. I wish he was on the Canucks. So let's just hope he makes it to free agency. That's the guy that I would throw money at. Would you guys give Ehlers $8 million? Good evening, Kempner. Yep. What's up, Trev? Ehlers for Prime Minister. Oh, Kempner, what would you pay Ehlers if he was here? I'm still open to trading EP40. Yeah, showing flashes is good, but flashes is those are just flashes, right? We need people to actually step up and do their thing, right? We need them to. Right? Like people are losing their stuff with Brock getting 3 points in 11 games. We lose it even more when PD has 3 points in 11 games. Right? You guys know that if you pay somebody a lot of money, right? Like it's part of it that they have to perform, right? And they have to perform consistently, right? Beat this like a dead horse, right? But I'm saying this for a while. Yes. Brock's fragile. I get the point. Yep. Trev, here we go. 6 of the top 10 scores amongst UFAs are 33 or older. Yeah, guys, like when it comes to UFAs, right, it's usually this is usually the case, but I think for this year, it's pretty brutal, right? Pretty brutal. So that's why with their cap space, I really hope that we take advantage of it and we sign good players. Ehlers is on the top of my list. Um, I don't think anybody wants Marner. I really don't. Right? Yes. Canucks are winning the cup one day. Yeah, one day they will, hopefully in our lifetime. What is this in reference to Japan for? This decade. I hope so, but who knows? Canuck Cup in 2020. Hopefully. 73 points last year and a plus 23. Now that's a huge fallout for Brock. 73 points last year and a plus 23 to now. Yeah. Unbelievable. Right? Tale of two seasons. That's hilarious. 3098 and the Vancouver Canucks have lost in the finals again. Yeah, Japan, should we let Brock walk? I think so. I think that's what he did say. Brock can't score. Okay, let's skip this. The weather isn't great, and this ferry is rocking. Okay. Yeah, what? Is it raining right now? Ferry must be good. It's fun. I don't know, man. Marner will cost a lot, but strictly as a player, he is amazing. Yeah, like I think the knock on Marner is probably what, like the size and if he performs in the playoffs. I hear that a lot. I must admit, I don't really follow Marner a lot, but these are the two things that I hear all the time. But you tell me, if we make the proper trades and we actually landed, let's say, an Ehlers and a Marner, does that make our team better? You tell me, does that make our team better? Or is it like Ehlers and Bennett? Does that make our team better? Kempner, yes, because we all know a contract will age out worse than anyone on this team because of his lack of speed. Usually players lose their hands first then their legs, but he's lost his legs. It's not skating really well right now. Yeah, not really. Dude was a top 6 player for Team Canada. Think about that. Yes, was right. I'm fine with either Bennett or Marner, guys. I'm fine with it. I anything to help the Canucks score, right? It's so hard to watch when they can't score 4 or more goals and then they take so little shots, right? It's really not fun to watch, right? So let's try to get more goals, right? Marner will definitely help. Nux caps, Miller's gone. For real, Adam. Marner was pretty impressive. Yes, he was at the Four Nations. Was I can't remember. Was Marner the one who made the pass to McDavid, or is that another play? As a rookie, Marner actually had a great series versus Boston in playoffs, even drawing praise from opposing players. Yeah, you know what? Marner might be a guy that just needs to change of scenery. I wouldn't mind Marner coming here. I just know that the fans that have the Canadian rivalries and doesn't like other Canadian teams would be like, oh, I don't want Marner here, but I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have that. Knock on Marner as a playoff performer, I think are more result Toronto failures. I could totally see that. Right? I can totally see that. I don't really associate Marner not being a playoff performer. Right? I don't. The games that I saw him play, I think he was playing fine. Yes, thought so. Definitely. Right? It was a nice pass by him, and I just wanted to confirm. Was 90% sure, but thank you for confirming. Canucks better have a good game tomorrow. Our record against the Utahs aren't great. 0-2. We pretty much lost the season series, but we should at least get a W to lessen their playoff chances. Yeah, this is one of those games where we gotta beat them in regulation. Gotta beat them clean. No 1-point BS. We just gotta win. Right? We just gotta win. That's all we gotta do. Right? For this team, I know it's tough, but right now, given what's happening, and that Filipino injury cannot be understated, guys. That center depth is not looking great. Okay. But would you guys keep the same lineup? Because from what I heard, on defense, anyways, DPD was a healthy scratch, and Mancini got to play. I actually thought it'd be the other way around. I thought DPD would be in and Mancini's been out, but Mancini's been a monster, guys. Mancini's been amazing. So I don't know what to do. And the other thing is, what are we going to do when Tom Willander comes here? What are we going to do when Tom Willander comes here? Right? What happens if he knocks the doors off? What are your lines going to be? Tom Willander, it's coming, guys. Yeah, I can get the frustration, Adam. I really do. Yeah, it's hasn't really been fun, right? Hasn't been fun. Yeah. The guy who really disappears in the playoffs, given his physical size, is Austin Matthews. Oh, yeah. Where is this guy? This guy's supposed to be clutch. It's a good regular season performer. Mancini is quite a gift. No wonder the Rangers didn't want to give him up. Yeah, I heard Rick Dollywall the other day, and he was talking about the story, and the Canucks apparently wanted Victor Mancini for months, guys, for months, and they flip-flopped, and they eventually gave up on Mancini, and they weren't happy about it. They weren't. Right, and kudos to management for holding out and getting him, because you guys all know the package before. We were still going to get Hito. We were still going to get a first-round pick, and we were going to get Lindgren. I don't want Lindgren. Heck no. I'd rather take a chance on a prospect like they did right now, and it's paying off. Right? Pretty much everything that he was said to do, pretty much as advertised. The only thing that he wasn't doing consistently was putting his hard shot on net. And it was his hard shot on net that got PD to get the rebound goal from last game, right, against Calgary. So we need Mancini to keep clearing the front of the net, make that nice first pass, or even skate the puck out himself. That's what we need. Any update on Hito's injury? I think that the coach didn't say anything. I've been doing the stream, so I haven't really checked my phone. But if anyone has any updates, please put it in the chat. That'd be amazing. That looked like a concussion. That totally did, right? When a guy stands up for a bit and then falls down and looks like he's seeing stars, that's got to be a concussion, right? Like it didn't look good, right? Mancini makes some really crafty small area play /dekes. I can see why Rangers were so hesitant to give him away. Yeah. He skates so well, right? He skates so well, right? Like big guys that can skate, like they have a lot of space on the team. And plus, guy's right-hander, right? And I heard this guy also started late in his hockey career. He didn't really, do what he did until later on. So kudos to this guy. Kudos. Pedersen fed Mancini for a one-timer that was an absolute laser that went wide. I might have missed that play. Was it close to the net even? Like, did it just miss by a bit? Or completely wide? If Taka say he's fine, I'm going to curb stomp him. Man, I don't like him when he says that either. When Hito left the game, he was irate, and for good reason. Oh, I'd be so mad too. Right? That was crazy. Right? Hito's pissed. Taka's pissed. Canuck fans are pissed. It was not cool. Right? Like we talked about that hit. Right? No place in the game for stuff like that. If Taka say a player is good, just assume the player's dead. Oh man. Yeah, we can't trust his injury updates, guys. Especially like that same night. You can't trust it. It's not. Yeah, I can't believe it. Mancini makes smart moves because his skating so good, but watch and wait until Mancini gets more used to his team, and once he gets more chances to shoot, he's got a bomb of a shot. Exactly. Like once he figures this out, he's gonna have bombs on net, and it's gonna be consistent. Yeah, I don't want anybody to think that he's gonna have like the next like Salo or whatever, like accuracy or whatever. Like that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you've all seen our defensemen outside of Hughes, right? Outside of Hughes and maybe I don't even want to include Hronek in here, right? Let's just say outside of Hughes. Everybody else either shoots it wide or they get their shots blocked, right? But Mancini is one of those guys that can get his shots on net consistently, and it's hard, right? You want hard shots on net because they create rebounds. Even if it goes, a little bit wide, your forward might be the first one to get it and bank it in, right? Or just take a shot, right? So that's totally possible as well. Okay. Is there anything else, guys, that you want to say in this chat? Because I'm feeling like stream time's almost up for me. I miss those big bombs from the point, like those Salo type bombs from the point. Doesn't matter if it's wide or not. It scared the shit out of the defense. Oh, yeah. Salo was even scared of hurting his own teammates. He even said it before. Oh, I don't know. Right. But hey, Salo. Hey, like that's a slap shot we need. I think Hronek's got that type of slap shot, but it goes wide. It's not consistent. Yeah. Like that Salo bomb is much needed, guys. Much needed. Hey, so let's hope that the Canucks take care of business tomorrow against Utah. I'm going to predict right now that the Canucks pull off a 3-2 W. I don't know about you guys, but I think the Canucks pull off a 3-2 W tomorrow. Okay. Speaking of moves, Hughes does these little edge work moves that non-hockey fans probably don't realize are incredibly hard to do. Yeah, he's amazing out there. Okay, like he leaves you speechless. Right, it's a work of art out there on the ice. Okay. Yes. Oh yes, exactly. He just does it with so much ease. Yeah, Canucks need to come out flying tomorrow, 100%. All right, guys, that'll be it for for the stream. Thank you everyone for being here. Such a great show. We appreciate all of you. If there's time, I'll do another show, but I'll promise one show a week, guys. One show a week, Friday or Saturday. Thank you for being here, everybody. Okay. I'll finish off these comments and we'll be good. Okay. 4 goals in 5 games. Feeling amazing. Petey, go get another one tomorrow. That'll be 5 goals in 6 games. If you get 2 tomorrow, that's 6 goals in 6 games. Okay. Tomorrow, if you score 2 goals, okay, I will say you're back. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. You're all amazing people. Talk soon. Take care.